Hello guys, my name is Kaustav Goswami and I am recording my first video on YouTube. Not because I wanted to be a vlogger ever, but I think it is important during this time when the coronavirus outbreak has gone massively berserk across the world, with all travel bans being imposed by the respective governments. So I thought this vlog would actually be efficient and relatable to people who travel across Sub Sahara Africa region. A little about why I'm putting up this message, because I manage sales and marketing for my company in the Sub-Saharan Africa, and that is the reason I travel a lot in this part of the world. Although at the moment Europe has been largely hit by the outbreak, and of course Southeast Asia including India, but Africa has been relatively much better till a day or two back, because there were only a couple of cases that were reported from here and there. But as on date 15th March 2020, I just landed in Ghana. I'm in Ghana right now, in Accra, and I didn't have any issue at the airport. But then a little while ago I received a message from the officials that Ghana has also imposed a travel ban on most of the people coming from countries which has more than 200 cases of coronavirus. So whoever is planning to travel, businessmen, backpackers, you might want to consider this equation, because at the moment it's not the best of the times to travel across anywhere in the world, but still Africa is much better. And although we have heard that I don't know what is the validity of this information, but maybe due to a temperature of 30-35 degrees plus kills the virus, but and Africa being one of those having those climatic conditions, it might not be affected much. But still, because people are coming in from Europe, US and China, so there are 2 or 3 cases that had been detected, but as of now there are 6 cases in Ghana that's detected. That's why the government already has put in some restrictions. Apart from that, Kenya, I heard, has already put bans on people who have been in Kenya over the last 14 days, and also no more visas, I think, is being given out by the Kenyan authorities also to anyone traveling into Kenya, and whoever will go into a quarantine for 14 days, and only residents and citizens are allowed back in the country. So you cannot be traveling in Kenya for the rest of this month of March, and also I think some parts of April, but that update will be coming from the government soon. Apart from this, in the Francophone nations, Ivory Coast, Senegal, Mali, Mauritania, a little bit 2-3 cases, they're all coming up. So what's right now the situation in Sub-Sahara is that it's just starting to get in here, the coronavirus. It's not as bad as it's in Europe, in Italy, in Iran, in Dubai, not much, because I stay in Dubai, but the thing is the government is actually doing a good job there to contain the contamination. But then again, there are quite a few cases in Dubai as well. So precautions are being taken everywhere. By God's grace, Sub-Sahara hasn't been affected much again, like I said, but you never know how quickly this virus is spreading. So refrain from traveling to any part of Sub-Sahara over the coming months. I think March is still okay. If you really have to travel for work, if it is unavoidable, then you look up for the information online before you travel to any of the Sub-Saharan countries. But I am assuming, given my travel experience here and how things are being around here, I think maybe in the coming months, April and May, would be very difficult for any traveler to come to this part of the world. So that's what I wanted to say, and I hope all of you stay safe, and yes, wash your hands. Also, one very quick advisory from my side personally. All the flights, check out all the flights before you travel. Even if you've got your tickets a couple of weeks before, there could be a situation where the particular airline might be cancelling their services into that country when you're actually flying in or out of it. So a day or two, at least 3 days before you are flying in or out from a country, just check through the airline or your travel agency if it's still on. Because I have a lot of colleagues, for example, someone in Oman wanted to travel back to Dubai but couldn't, so he's been staying there. He was under self-quarantine. So there are lots of such unprecedented incidents that might come across, so keep the heads up. apart from wearing masks, which is okay, although we know it might not be helping a lot, but yes, it's good to have take that sort of preventive measures. But also at the same time, do wear disposable gloves when you're traveling at an airport or on a flight or anywhere in public places, because you might be using sanitizers a lot, that's all right, but still having disposable gloves also helps a lot. So that would be an added extra precautions that might help you from getting infected. So, and of course, along with that, in Africa, they're closing down a lot of public events, malls, and also a lot of restaurants and pubs and bars. So they're limiting the time. They're actually not going out much. So it's scary. It's getting scary here, but it's not that bad again. So do not panic. It's just be calm and be preventive. It's all cool. It's all going to go. All right. Cheers.